Welcome to AutoTech for you, for everything and anything that moves on wheels. Every year a lot of conceptual motorcycles are created throughout the world. Some are created to really go into production in due time, and some to simply demonstrate a technological solution for the use of future models. And today AutoTech for you presents 10 most amazing future motorcycles. Akrapovic Full Moon Motorcycle. It can be said that when an incredibly unique event takes place, a full moon may have played a role. The full moon concept motorcycle from the Slovenian exhaust pioneers may not be the result of full moon, taking its name from the large aluminum and carbon 30-inch wheel, but its design and look are nothing short of unique. The steering is completely automated so that any cables that might have been visible are completely eliminated. Being designed with hydraulic suspensions, it can stand by itself when parked and is also equipped with ceramic brakes. This concept machine was developed to avoid being categorized and as such sits nowhere and everywhere. With over 800 hours of work. It features an SNS knucklehead 1524 cubic centimeters and two modified custom-made Akrapovic exhausts. The body and frame are made entirely of sheet metal and is an extension of the exhaust system. Designed as a continuation of their 2011 Morsis bike, the Full Moon manages to move the story forward while presenting itself as a completely different exciting prototype machine. The Yamaha Motoroid concept is an intelligent AI-enabled self-riding, self-balancing electric motorcycle that looks more like a sci-fi movie prop than a fully functional motorcycle concept. The futuristic concept utilizes new technology that allows it to remain upright even standing firm when forcibly pushed, and it can drive autonomously too. The Yamaha Motoroid's intelligence is pretty clever and is able to recognize its driver using biometrics and facial recognition. What's more, it can even react to hand gestures, making it able to come when called start the bike and turn it off. To make the connection between human rider and the machine even closer, Yamaha has designed the Motoroid with help of psychologists, who came up with the idea with these strange wings that hug the rider's rear. According to Yamaha, these wings gently squeeze the rider's back when traveling at frightening speeds that offers reassuring caresses to keep the rider calm. The Yohama J1. Claiming the title of the first production electric bike that offers a 125-mile range, features an aluminium chassis in plastic bodywork. It has a top-rated speed of 75 miles per hour. The battery pack is situated below the rider, while the electric motoring controllers are in the rear wheel, supported by a single side box section of an aluminium swing arm. The twin front swing arm employ hubs and twin steering. Each end connects to a horizontal shock absorber within the chassis. The bike is equipped with reverse gear for ease of parking, while turning the throttle provides regenerative battery power. The disc brakes are used for low-speed braking. The handlebars and foot pegs are adjustable. The Yohama has no central instrument in the handlebars. And data is displayed by LED windows in the rear view mirrors. Japanese designer Proza Natsu, with his firm Nat Design, proposes a rethink of the typical electric bike with the Z00. He has abandoned the typical fork and tube frame chassis in favor of an aluminium piece with a single-sided swing arm and back and hub-centric steering up front. The bike can go 65 to 85 miles at a single charge and has a top speed of 75 miles an hour and takes 6 hours to charge. Weight is however a hefty 650 pounds. Primarily due to the lithium-ion batteries hidden under the slick nose cone. So although it not exactly in Superbikes Club, it still stands up in the all-around electric crowd. Honda is one of the pioneers in developing the new age technologies for cars and bikes alike. Recently, Honda Motorcycles unveiled a unique feature for its motorcycles. The Honda Riding Assist is an all-electric concept motorcycle which continually asses its position. Furthermore, it can also move the handlebar, thus it makes sure that the motorcycle always stays in an upright position. This feature is very helpful while riding the motorcycle in heavy traffic. The auto-balancing function is always on even when the rider sits on the bike. When the bike comes to dead stop, rider need not put their feet on the ground for balance. The motorcycle balances on its own even when riding at very low speeds. This is very useful for stop and goes or slow speed traffic when in cities. Once the rider gets off the bike, it can even follow the rider wherever he or she goes, such as moving into the garage. The BMW Motored Vision Next 100 motorcycle is the latest incarnation of the BMW's Vision Next series, which celebrates 100 years of the German brand. It is the bike that has self-balancing system to keep it upright both standing and in motion. Several systems, one would call a digital companion, which offers riding advice and adjustment ideas to optimize the experience, and one called the visor, which is a pair of glasses that span the entire field of vision and are controlled by eye movements that correlate to return active feedback about road conditions to the rider, or adjusting the ride of the bike continuously depending upon rider's riding style. It also purports to use a novel matte black flex frame that is nimble enough to allow the bike to turn without the joints found on today's motorcycles. The idea is that when the rider turns the handlebars, it adjusts the entire frame to change the direction of the bike. At low speeds, only a slight input is required, while at a higher speeds it requires strong inputs to change course. This should increase the safety factor of riding a bike, so a small twitch at 500 miles per hour isn't going to shoot you in an unexpected new direction. The Kawasaki J is a three-wheeled electric narrow-track vehicle. It has two front wheels with a handle attached to each wheel. The front wheels can stay close for high-speed maneuvering or set further apart in cruise mode. Looking something like a Tron night cycle in Kawasaki lime green livery. The J is able to morph between riding positions. Sport mode that allows the rider to carve through corners at high speeds, and at higher stance, or comfort mode in which the distance between the front wheels are widened for a more relaxed urban cruising style. Steering-wise, the J has neither a wheel or handlebars, instead a .2 levers that seem akin to those found on zero-turn ride-on lawn movers. Details of the all-electric drivetrain are scant, but Kawasaki says that the J concept makes use of its proprietary battery management technology, and Gigacell, a high-capacity nickel halide battery. The Neutron bike runs entirely on an electric motor system with a fully charged system running on a lithium-ion battery pack. The bike currently travels at up to 80 miles. And there is no room for a passenger. The Neutron bike is a one-passenger vehicle. The gas version is already pegging a price tag of at least $55,000 at retail, so rumors are that the electric version would hit the range a slight bit higher. Both bikes are early entries to would likely be the trendsetters for futuristic motorcycles within 10 to 15 years. BMW K75 Alpha Land Speeder, imagined by Mehmet Doruk Erdem and brought to life by the hands of Mark Atkinson, the Alpha is quite possibly the most elegant custom motorcycle that has ever been built. It started as a 3D concept, and it was simply too beautiful to remain only so. Mehmet Doruk Erdem based the styling of this motorcycle on the apex predator of the water, a great white shark. Featuring clean lines, it manages to look aggressive without accentuating corners. It has a clean, smooth surface on the front, resembling a shark. The rear is open and exposed. It is the brute part of the design. It is the driving power of the predator, much like the tail of the shark. It took a long time since Mehmet did not have someone to build it, and this did change. He joined hands with machinists Mark Atkinson. Ironically, Mark couldn't make contact with Mehmet, even through Facebook. So he went ahead and started building Alpha anyway. Mehmet explains, "I didn't respond at first because, too many times, people have asked me to start a project and it went nowhere. Then I saw Mark's images he had already started. So I believed that he would share my dream, and make it real." It is 740 cubic centimeters inline BMW engine. The engine is similar to M10 and S52 car engines. The Alpha Bullet bike could probably be made street legal, as it has lights, turn signal and horn. Lazareth LM847 has plenty to say. The heart of the matter is a ludicrous motor, the 4.7-liter, 32-valve V8 from the Maserati Quattroporte, a 620 Nm bone crusher that puts out exactly 4.7 times the old horsepower limit. What happens if you steal an engine from a Maserati and stick it into a sci-fi pendulum frame? You get this piece of machinery. It's basically an engine with a seat and wheels attached to it. It goes from 0 to 90 miles per hour in just a few seconds. That's all for today. Write in the comments which of these futuristic motorcycles you like most, and don't forget to click the like button if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.